So Jesus gives us this parable. It's a parable for the people of his time. And one of the things that it makes me think is, we think we're so smart. We think we are so smart. We think we've got it all figured out in our modern world. Let me assure you, my sisters and brothers, the reality is that the people that Jesus was talking to 2,000 years ago and offering this parable to, they understood it far better than any of us could understand. We live in an age of information, right? We're the great information age. We're all information junkies. We watch TV. We have our phones. We have our other devices. We're constantly being barraged with information. And yet, it seems we know so little. So little. Now, my father-in-law used to say about those issues, technology, it makes you stupid. And in some ways, that is true, isn't it? I mean, all we know is what comes to us from the internet. And we don't see the subtlety of things in a way that people in ancient times understood. So let's walk through it. The first thing I want to say about it is, I hope that all of you last week paid attention to the gospel and the excellent homily that Deacon Phil gave us. Because the reading from last week is all about who's going to be able to be saved. Who will be saved? Today's gospel, also from the Gospel of Luke, and actually following what Deacon Phil preached about last week, is the answer to who is going to be saved, who can be saved. So, what do we hear in the parable? Jesus says, don't take the highest place. Because if you take the highest place, the chances are there's going to be somebody coming after you who's going to take your place, and you're going to be at the bottom. Conversely, take the lowest place. Humble yourself. Take the lowest place, and you will be raised up in place. So what does that really mean? It's a feast. We don't have feasts like this anymore where, we have stratification of virtually everybody who comes, and they have to be in the right position. It's because those disciples who heard that parable understood that we're talking not about a wedding feast, but about the kingdom of God. That's what the parable is about. It's about the kingdom of God. The place that you get is the place that you give to God. And how do you do it? What gift can you give to God? The answer is humility. That's what we hear in the first reading. It's humility that God desires. It's humility that the Lord wants. The Lord doesn't care about our station on earth. The Lord cares about the station that we will have with Him, hopefully. So the question for us is really this. Do we live our lives in humility to glorify God, or do we glorify ourselves? As Father says, think about it. Think about it. Because the answer to whether or not we glorify God or glorify ourselves is going to be our judgment on ourselves. God gives us exactly what we ask for. God gives us exactly what we deserve. And it's all in our control. It's all within our ability to make one way or the other way. It's up to us. May the praise be to Jesus Christ.